Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio.
Well, hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, Jen, on the show this evening as the one and only Big Stevie, and we will be joined at some point with Southside, who I think's on his way back for Goldberg's, where they were shot around the Elf today, Stevie.
Oh man, is that what his excuse is? Aye. Anyway,
something like that, mate. Yeah.
in an island. Anyway, welcome to all the listeners. Welcome to the techie boys and everybody listening in through all the social media. So, well, good evening and welcome to Dream Team Wednesday.
Yeah, it's half a team's better than no team, eh?
Aye.
Listen, let's hope we're hitting the dream teams on Sunday night, mate. Eh?
Can't believe it, man.
Yeah,
what a bit days we've got here.
What a week, mate. Obviously we're of a certain vintage, yes. However, this is these are mouth-watering games. I've got to say, mate, I genuinely do believe that at the right time of the year. I don't think it's right to be playing these games when they are and so close to Christmas. But that's just my view, Stevie. You might see it differently.
Aye, that day I'd play them anywhere. I'd play them in an North Pole at 3 in the morning. The truth, the Rangers end up with full. I can't wait. What a few nights. Listen, am I fair to say, Hawks, after all the trials and tribulations for my manager, if he wins tomorrow night, if he wins on Sunday, and even gets a draw down in Old Trafford, do you think all will be forgiven?
No, I don't, but that's another subject. I'll tell you why. I'll give you my thoughts. I think some people have made their mind up, and it doesn't matter what happens, yeah? That's just what we're like, yeah?
It says
I don't think all will be forgiven, yeah?
No.
But if he was to get a result tomorrow night, and any kind of result, and get a result on Sunday, a positive result, I think the Monday night, let's just say Christmas would have came early, Stevie, yeah?
Unbelievable, man. Just can't wait.
But there's a flip side of that coin, mate, yeah?
Of course there is. Aye, I know. Yeah. Aye, but I'm not even thinking about that. I'm positive.
No, there's nothing wrong with being positive before the game starts. You're not being a happy clapper, as some people like to say. You're just getting positive. I don't have an issue with that, mate. But you're realistic to critique the game after the game. The game's a game, mate.
Aye. A happy clapper who gets fleeced every week with his club. The ones making the accusation don't put a pen in. Anyway, the thing is for me, look, positive thoughts. Let's draw the line. Let's get behind the troops of Aura, man. Imagine we beat them.
And why not? And why not?
Mr. Pos, what's his name? Pozacloglu? What's his name?
I couldn't care less.
Last time he visited Ibrox, he got beat 3-0.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do, right? We're going to play the manager's interview. We're going to get the phone lines open and see if he's back for Elf, yeah?
See if he's back for Lapland, yeah.
Right, so let's hear from your gaffer, and then we'll get the phone lines open.
Hi, Philippe.
Hi,
firstly, can you just give us your team news for tomorrow?
You want my team for tomorrow?
Well, if you want, but any injury problems?
Yeah, Nana is of course out, you all know. And Tom Lawrence will also be out for the game. And Rabbi Matondo is training with the team, but not fit enough yet to be in a squad. Oscar Cortez is coming closer, but that's for a few minutes then. not for too long, but he's available for a squad.
Tell us about the scale of the challenge you face in this Tottenham team.
Yeah, it's a big challenge, but that's what we like. That's what we love. That's what we want here also. We had already in this past year a few really good opponents here in European nights. This club has a big history in that. So for the players, these are very challenging and really nice evenings that they can write history in that way. So that's why players want to play for Rangers also, or it's one of the reasons for that.
Tottenham are in a little bit of a difficult spell at the moment. Is that something you can maybe exploit and take advantage of?
Yeah, it's how you see things. I think a few weeks ago I saw them play against Man City. They were not in such a bad place at that moment. So it's Premier League. It's the highest level in the world in that way, and things are really close together. So you can lose points there. I think it's still a really good team.
Talk to us about their style and Ange Postecoglou's style. They're a team that loves to attack and scores a lot of goals, but maybe some opportunities that they might let you have defensively. Would you agree?
That we need to show on the pitch. So you can, of course, we talk about things with the players, we show them things. And we try against every opponent to find where you can find weaknesses or less good points and how to stop them. So that's our job to do, together with the analysts, and we do that with every opponent. So every team has that in the world, and it's about looking for that, but then to put it in practice on the pitch, and that's a challenging thing.
Where do you see your team at the moment, Philippe? Do you feel that you're building nicely at the moment?
Yeah, it's the evolution that we wanted. Maybe we wanted it faster. But I think we're in a good place. If you see everything we had to do from the start of the season until now, with all the circumstances, that the last couple of weeks, it's very clear for everybody to see that the team is becoming better and better, and that there were a few really good results and really good performances. So we want to continue in that way. It's a little bit pity, of course, to have Danilo and Hadji not in the selection in that way, but that was a decision that we had to make in the beginning of September, and with the circumstances that were there at that moment, it's still the right decision. So it's finding a little bit a new balance for this game also in that way.
Philip, you mentioned the other day about the gap, the financial gap between the likes of Rangers and the likes of Tottenham. Can that be bridged in one night? Do you believe?
Everything can be bridged in one night. So I'm getting old. So I had the luck, and it's not only luck, it's also a lot of hard work, to have it as a player, as a manager, several nights of those that the gap was amazing big. And those are also the best nights. If you then perform and you get the results, those are also the nights that you remember all of your life. Those are also the moments that, as a player, you remember your teammates really well. The moments of success, the moment of doing something special. So in that way, I hope the players can give themselves and as a team a special night tomorrow.
So what memories do you have from your own career? Tell us about those.
I don't want to look too old, because you're going to look up how long time it was ago. But for example, with Bruges winning in Champions League in AC Milan 0-1, the team that the year before won the Champions League with Dida, Cafu, Costa Curta, Maldini, Seedorf, Shevchenko, Inzaghi, and a few really good guys on the bench also. So that was a really special evening. And still, if we meet each other, and it doesn't happen so much, people still talk about that evening together. So I had a few of those. Ranger has also several of those in the history, and those are the special evenings. So it's a really nice stage for my players.
So you believe your players can put a performance in that they can be talking about for the rest of their lives?
Yeah, I'm convinced that's possible, yes.
Philippe, you're not a manager who we've not really seen you park the bus sit that deep, even in European competition when you've went away from home. Do you think being aggressive, using the energy of the crowd tomorrow night, even against a Premier League team, is that the best chance you've got of getting a result?
Yeah, but not only that, you need to do a lot of things really well. You cannot press all game on their 16. They're also really good in that, coming out of that. So you need different parts of the game and doing the right things in the different parts. In that way, it's a good challenge. The team is growing in that way, about recognizing which moments what we need as a team. You can prepare a team before a game, but in the game you need to react in the right way together. In moments, they're learning about that. We've been busy with that. And now it will be the next game about doing that at a higher speed, because this will be at a higher speed and intensity. So that's a really interesting challenge. Like they took already a few really good challenges the last couple of weeks.
You spoke this season about when you've had good results in European competition, trying to confirm that with consistency. After a good last week domestically, is it really important that one of these two games, Spurs and Celtic, gives you a big result in performance?
I'm not looking towards the second game now. In this, I want my players to be focused on Thursday. Of course, for me, I need to plan both because they are really close together. If you have 1-2 days more, you can take it more separately. Now I need to take them together in my mind in making choices. But my players need to be ready just for Spurs, nothing else, and to be focused on that and give everything. And also knowing that playing at Ibrox with our fans on these European evenings, it's something special, it's something magical. And if they are tough, if they are brave, if they show quality, then there's a lot of energy coming out of the stands also. So that's what we want to give the fans, and that's what the players need to give themselves.
How difficult is it, Philippe, to make that balance and to consider both huge matches when, as you say, Celtic will have more time to prepare? You go Thursday, Sunday. How difficult is that for a manager?
No, I don't want to talk about that now. I only want to talk about Tottenham because we're here for the Tottenham press conference, and we can talk about other things afterwards. Now all the focus in all the club needs to be on Tottenham. Otherwise, we're going to lose energy, we're going to lose time for the wrong reasons now. We have days after to do that.
Philippe, there's been moments this season that have been difficult, but the last few weeks have been encouraging. There's certain signs of positivity coming through. Given that Spurs are, the favourites for this game, you would say, with the budget they have, I mean, does this feel like a no-pressure match that you can go in? It's almost a free hit for your team.
Yeah, but I want pressure. I don't want no pressure and we're going to go outside and we play a game and we will see if we're going to win or not. That's totally not what I want. No, I want that we put pressure on ourselves to win every game. Like I wanted before also with my other teams to do that. If you speak about the past, going with Bruges to Real Madrid or Paris Saint-Germain, getting results there was also a huge difference. So, no, I want this mentality that they fight from the first second until the last second to get the result and to believe in that also. And I believe also that this team has the quality to do that. And I'm happy also the last couple of weeks that people start to see also more and more these qualities. This is going to be the next step for a few players. It will be the first time that they play at this level. So that's going to be the next interesting test. It's not an exam that they're going to die or not. It's not that. But it's going to be a really interesting test who makes another jump again. And that's what we need as a club to make next jumps.
Also, there's a few players in the squad who have come up against Ange Postecoglou's Celtic team. Is there any lessons or any, interesting points that you can pick up from his time here that the players might have experienced before that you can translate into how his Spurs side will play?
No, because I don't think there's much difference how they play now or the last couple of months. I don't see many differences from the past in the way of playing. So, not really.
Are you expecting an added space from the crowd with Postecoglou's return to Ibrox?
I don't know that. I only wish that the fans are behind our players and to push them like it was the last couple of weeks. When the players show the quality on the pitch, the fans are amazing behind them. We saw it again in Ross County, so far away from here, and so many fans, and from the first second until the last second, there was a great atmosphere. That sometimes when you're on the sides, I would prefer to be in the stands instead of standing on the sides, because it was that good atmosphere. So, no, it's all about us. We're focused on ourselves. I'm happy, and I see it also when it doesn't happen so much, but when I come outside or I go to Tesco to buy something, everybody's talking about the new young guys coming into the team and how well they are doing. And you feel the excitement with a lot of fans that they see the potential that in this squad, that there is potential in this squad, and a lot for the future. And they want to see more and more and more of that. So you feel that this vibe is growing in the city.
Philippe, you're just talking about that, the vibe growing in the city, the fans seeing the potential. How much would a big scalp like beating Tottenham, one of the top Premier League sides, how much would that accelerate the evolution of this young team?
Yeah, it's major experiences, because like I said, you need to do everything faster. Your decision making, your handling of the ball, your runs, your power in the duels, everything. But those are also the top players who can make fast this adaptation towards this next level. So it's really interesting to see that tomorrow. And it's a really interesting thing for our club. That's why it's so important that you have these European games, that you play against good opponents, because out of that you can learn a lot, the good things that you do, but also the things that you do wrong, for the next time to make it better. And the squad is in that way very hungry. We've done a lot of video sessions the last couple of months about everything, because it was a new story and starting from a white page almost with the squad. But they're really hungry for that, and you see them month by month growing, because they understand things better and better, how to do it together.
Philippe, you mentioned Spurs beating Manchester City as evidence of how strong they can be. But do you take optimism from their recent form? Because the players will be coming in here, maybe confidence low.
No, I'm never working that way. So I'm not busy with that. If they would have won all the games until now in the Premier League, I still would go out to win the game with my team. That's the mentality I want to see for my players also. If you start to calculate and doubt and they are good and they're not good and this is really good. We played with Bruges against Messi, Neymar and Mbappé. And with Monaco also. So before the game, if you show the images of them, what they did in their career, it's better to stay home. But it doesn't work that way. That's not football. So with good collective things, you can do really good things and getting results. And this team can also do that with very good collective things and individual actions around that. But it's about a team performance. It's not, like I said, and maybe some people took my words a little bit wrong after the Ross County game. It's not only about money. It's also about work and what players do together. Otherwise, it would be easy, and every team that has more money, they win every time. That's not the case, but the others need to work more. And that's what we need to do tomorrow evening.
Last couple, Alan.
Hi, Philippe. These games get the inevitable tag of a Battle of Britain. Does that bring more expectation, more pressure, and can you buy into that as a person?
You always keep on talking about pressure, but no, there's no pressure in that way. Our only pressure that we have is that we want to win every game. And of course, it's good for outside world and everything around it. It makes also a lot of stories, and that's exciting also for everybody. But for us, it stays the same. If it's against an English team or a top other European team. But for the fans, maybe it can make a difference to show them how Scottish football is and all those things. So we want to do everything well for our fans. In that way, it can give something extra.
Just finish with Keith.
James Tavernier was just speaking half an hour ago, and he said that the players watched the Tottenham Chelsea match on the team bus on the way back from Ross County on Sunday.
Yeah, I put it on the TV.
Yeah, did you join them in watching that? Do you watch it in more detail afterwards, or how does that work?
No, I put it on that channel. Let's say it like that. So of course I watch that. I watch everything, and of course we analyze opponents several games. We have good analysts, but I do also a lot of things myself, watching games, my staff also. So, but it's not a difference in that way if it's against Tottenham now or it was before against Ross County, because I see the same amount of games of Ross County also.
And I know you won't want to give your team away, but you've tinkered with your team when it comes to European matches and then coming back and playing domestically. When you've got a cup final at the end of the week, a huge match like that against your arch rivals, does it, in your mind, do you feel like you maybe need to make more changes than you would do for a normal league game at the weekend?
Yes, probably, yes. Yeah, that's the reality. If we would have played today or yesterday, it would have been different. Now it's really short term in between the games. So, yeah, I need to make different changes.
And are you comfortable with that, or is that frustration for you that probably we won't see your strongest team tomorrow night by the sounds of it?
No, it doesn't work that way, because this is also a really good test in the depth of our squad in that way. And we need, if we want to perform in 4 competitions, we need good depth in the squad also to make these rotations. So that's what you need as a manager at Rangers, as a club as Rangers, to have enough depth to do it every 3 days and to perform in every competition in that way.
Oh, thanks for that.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, thanks for that, Old School Blue. Stevie, there wasn't a lot in there, really. There was a lot of the same questions, and I think you handled it pretty well at the start. My focus is on tomorrow night, and as a manager, I get that. We're fans. We can look at the two things, but as a professional football manager, he can't start focusing on Sunday to tomorrow night's finish, mate. Yeah, I agree.
Aye, that's correct. Aye. He's basically what I took it as he's telling the players, look, you get out there and do the business tomorrow night, and it's something you'll be talking about for the rest of your lives. You know, getting a result, you'll become heroes tomorrow night. It's something you'll always remember and take with you all the time. And basically the crowd just, he's wanting the crowd on board. He knows what the nights under the lights bring at Ibrox. He knows the noise and the racket that we can make. And basically, if everything clicks together, who knows, Ox? Who knows?
Yeah, listen, mate, there's nothing wrong with getting the optimism. And a bit at the end when they talked about, you know, obviously the game, and he's going to look at that, that could be as simple as he'll choose to play proper tomorrow night and keep Balogun for Sunday. And I don't think that'd be a surprise to a lot of people.
Definitely, mate. That's who I'll be playing. I'd be playing proper, and I'd be keeping Balogun, and I would be playing Tav tomorrow, and I'd be bringing the big gun on. A cameo at some point to get a wee bit match fitness before Sunday, and I'd be starting him on Sunday.
Yeah, and obviously Danilo and Hadji are going to be fresh for Sunday because they're not involved tomorrow night. Made the decision away back in August. It is what it is. You just have to deal with it, yeah?
That's correct, Ox. That's correct.
You know, Stevie, it's a standalone game. Can I ask you a question, if you don't mind?
There you go.
Aye. Look, you're a young boy who's a different generation to myself, so obviously. What is he thinking about playing another English team at Ibrox? Because it's not really happened that often, really, historically, mate. Yeah, we've had a few in maybe the last 20 years, but in full official competitions. It's not happened as often as you would think. And before that would be a big talking point, a major talking point. How does he see it? Are you picking up any vibes that he's excited?
I think Ox, knows it's a big game, obviously, under the lights. Well, he knows a European tie, he knows it's a big game. But I think it's me that's got more let's get one early English here, early English clubs, let them know that our football's not that bad up here. I don't get that vibe for him. He's just taking it as another, big European night at Ibrox. There's no extra spice added with the young team, I don't think, because it's whether it's an English team or a French team or a Spanish team or whatever. I think it's more the older generation, if you know what I mean.
When we were that age, an English team, it would have been a major, wouldn't it? Major, wouldn't it?
That was the Battle of Britain. Leeds hadn't been beaten something like 27 games or something like that, and they were coming to Ibrox, and they had Batty, they had Katana, they had all these brilliant players, and what a team they had. And they came to Ibrox, and it was branded the Battle of Britain, and I'm not going to the second leg because I know you took one in the chin, but we'll keep that. We'll not get into that, but there was Rangers fans down in Ellen Road, as you can vouch for. But no, listen, I think it's a generation thing, Ox. I really do, regarding that, because it's very I'd like to get one early English and let them know your footballs, but I don't think the young team are even interested in that. I think they just see it. Big European night, wouldn't matter who it is. They're going to Ibrox tomorrow. Ibrox is going to be rocking. Who are we teams? Fun a wee bit of forum. Let's take it into tomorrow night, sort of thing.
Aye, fair enough. Just interesting the different outlook for the different generations, mate. Yeah, But I get it. I get your point. And just for the record, mate, it'd be a lot easier to hit the chins, mate.
It just shows you what you get through to see that team yours, isn't it? I don't know how you managed it because I couldn't even get a sniff. So I don't know how you managed to get in, but it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah. I would never say it on air, but I'll tell you when I see you. Yeah. There's a story to be told, mate.
Brilliant. As there always is, Ox. Every game's got a story to be told.
Let's just say it's a story involving an international football player with over 100 caps for his country.
Oh dear.
That's a story.
The digger either.
Yeah.
Aye, brilliant. Aye. Well, we need to sit down over a couple of Chinzanos and fellas in. You can't beat that. The stories about going to the football, you can't beat it.
Story to be told, mate. Story to be told. I don't think I've ever told you that one, but it's true, mate. True. Small world. It's a small world. Always is, isn't it?
Aye. Ox, can I just say, I watched a bit of the. I watched, obviously, you get the highlights and whatever. I watched the Chelsea-Tottenham game, and I thought Tottenham really came out the traps quite quick, and I thought they kind of blew Chelsea away a wee bit, but Chelsea being Chelsea and they're on form, they just grinded and started pulling it back. What I'm getting to is, I think if we can just get the first 20 minutes of the game out, find our feet, I think we could really do all right here. I really do. Because they're leaking goals. Tottenham are leaking goals, So,
what I seen was the Chelsea boy slipped and went and changed his boots. Only seen the highlights, mate.
They slipped twice. Yeah. Twice they slipped, the boy.
Aye. But listen, mate, it's not about them, right? We know that they're where they are in the EPL. We're no naive, mate, but we know that if we play well, we'll give anybody a game. And I don't mean we're necessarily going to win. We're being realistic here, Stevie, but we'll give them a game. And if you get the bounce of the ball, a deflection, your goalie plays well, it can go your way. You talked about that, mate. They bloomed, Leeds United bloomed the floodlights that get in. What was his name? John Lukic. Yeah, in his eyes. That's how he caught Mike McPherson scored. They couldn't see the ball.
leakage, aye.
Uh-huh.
He was an average goalie, wasn't he? He wasn't the greatest, but he wasn't the worst either.
No,
John,
I think he was with Arsenal and Leeds, mate. He had not a bad career, aye, but he's not a bad side, mate. And it was a brilliant game that night. You know, Ibrox, no, they got the goal in the first minute, and the fans rallied and got behind the team and with 2-1 and the second half. Anybody that's not watched it, the young team, get yourself on YouTube and watch that game, mate. Yeah.
by the way, just let me tell you something. It was deafening silence, wasn't it, when Gary McAllister struck that ball into the net? I couldn't believe you could hear a pin drop, by the way. It was so eerie. And it's amazing how out the game you always remember the worst things that happened. You never really remember the good, but that was, what a strike. Gary McAllister right in the top bin. Dear. The opening we thought, my God, we're getting a hiding here, but not. The Bells.
That was 92, mate, and I don't think we played an English team in a proper European tie. I think we played the last English team we played in a competition before that was Chesterfield in the Anglo-Scottish Cup, mate, but the less said about that, the better.
Chesterfield?
Aye.
Guys get one of these sweets.
Aye. You know, I think that was the last time they played somebody in the Anglo-Scottish Cup, well, early 80s, mate, and then before that, I think you have to go back to Newcastle, 69, mate, that we played them in the first Cities Cup. So right through the whole 70s, right through the 80s, we never played an English team in a European competition, mate. So there you go. I think that's right, mate. I have to check that out. I'm just going with memory.
What I do know is, and I know it because I've got the programme, we played Leeds in the first Cities Cup.
Also, aye. We played Spurs, and we played that Spurs team back in the early 60s, way before me and you were even thought about, mate. But I know that my old man said it was one of the finest teams he'd seen at Ibrox. He was a big Jimmy Greaves fan. Yeah, and he said they were a marvellous side, the team had won the double for Spurs, you know. I think they beat us home and away, mate. I think they did, yeah.
Aye. By the way, it's just a pity it's no, obviously, we're glad it's at Ibrox, but it's a pity it's not a two-legger, eh? I'd have loved to have went down to their big ground, their big new ground, eh? So, imagine that end full of all the bells. Oh my God, what a racket.
Aye. So, look, we're asking you, the listeners out there, come and join us, give your thoughts, 0141356 1972. We're not going to ask the obvious question, which game you prefer. We want to win both games. Is that true, Stevie?
100%. Every game. For Rangers. Yep. We're 1-1.
We're more concentrating tomorrow night's game. And look, we're in a decent place in this competition, mate. We're ahead of both Man United and Spurs. But we might not win tomorrow night. We might not. We'll see where it goes. Get a bit of luck, we can win. And if we can get a result at all, what a position we're in, Stevie, in this competition. When the draw didn't look great when we got it.
No. I believe just, maybe I'm wrong, maybe you'll correct me, Ox. I know the understanding, even if we get beat by Man United and Tottenham, as long as we win that last game, we're through anyway, easy.
Looks like it, mate, aye. Looks like it. I've not really studied all the permutations. Remember, all the teams can't win because some of them are playing each other, yeah.
Union St Gallen we've got in the last year, innit? So, I mean, I fancy strongly at Ibrox against them if the worst had came to the worst. But, Ox, at Ibrox, man, I mean it when I say it. I really fancy anybody. See, as you said, if you get the rubbery green or a referee's decision and with that crowd behind them, I'm telling you right now, I know that the Tottenham team they're playing in meant to be made up as the best league in the world, but I'll tell you now, some of them will get stage fright tomorrow. See when they hear that crowd in full flow, if the players get right into us and lift us and we're wearing them, I'm telling you, some of them, honestly, you'll see the diarrhea going down their leg, Ox, so you will.
You've always got to turn the phrase, Biggie.
Sorry for that. I hope they'd be sitting at their tea, a late tea.
dear. Aye, listen, look, there's teams game where they might not be in the ABL, but they're being a stature. And we've seen them off with big budgets at Ibrox, and remarkably. I mean, the night we played Leipzig, I know it's a different group of players with a different place. That was expectations. I was expecting them, but I was hoping and praying, and we went 2-0 up. You're thinking, Bigger Evil missed the chance. And in my mind, I'm saying we're going to pay a heavy price for this chance as you watch the game. And it transpired we could have done, and then Lundstrom spot. We beat them 3-1, Stevie. 3-1.
I know. Unbelievable. Ox, I'll never forget that night. Never ever. To day I die. And that's what our manager's telling the players. See that night, I'm going to tell you something. Jimmy Bell, see when he went up that screen, I swear to God, tears were flowing everywhere around about us, and they played that video that night. And see when the Bells came out the traps and you were 2-0 up, and they were kissing that black armband and pointing to the sky. Oh my God, Ox, it was just a special, special place to be in, a special night. And I will never forget that night, like Mace Bells. The atmosphere that night, half an hour before the game, my God, the noise, the racket for the Bells, it was unbelievable, unbelievable. And I'm telling you, tomorrow night, the Teddy Bells get the traps quick and that crowd gets behind them, the Tottenham players will not know what hit them, boy. The 12th man will be there. What a special night.
I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. So, I'll put you in the spot, I think we'll agree that Butland will start, yeah?
Yes, 100%.
And you've mentioned that you think James Tavernier will start.
Yep.
Left back for you, mate?
I've got to go for Yefty, innit?
How you liking him, mate?
Listen, I'm liking what I'm seeing. The boy's just there, isn't he? Brazilian, isn't he? Yeah. He's came to a new culture, isn't he? He's settling in. He looks fit. He looks a big lump of a lad. Listen, I think he'll be all right. It's like everything. You've got to give him a wee settling in period, mate. You can be too quick to judge sometimes. We are a hard crowd, and I think the boy's doing all right. I really do.
Aye, some people are a bit harsh. Still no move to the south side of the city, but they get upset when somebody takes a while to settle in when they move to the other side of the world. I think Jeff will start. And centre halves, mate, Suter's a certainty, isn't he?
Suter, aye, and I think it's going to be proper because he'll keep Big Balogun for Sunday, I would say, aye.
Okay. So, midfield, what you thinking? He'll go with his two, I would imagine, yeah?
Aye, he's going to go with he's going to go with Raskin and Barn, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. And, and then who you putting in front of him? Do you think it's going to, because of is it Berjami, or do you think he'll go with Diamande? Which you're thinking there?
I'm thinking he's going to maybe go with Diamande.
Right.
For some strange reason, Ox, I really do. I think he's going to Diamande.
I don't disagree with you, mate. We were unlucky because Hadji's hitting a bit of form. And so you've got the sort of front three, and obviously Danilo's not can't play. So what are you thinking there, Stevie? Czerny's playing, isn't he? He's playing. I didn't think he was great at the weekend, but he can't be great every week, yeah?
Yeah, Czerny's playing. Now, is he going to start Dessers, or is he going to go with a wee fella? What do you think, Ox?
Well, I think Agaman will play. It's whether he doesn't play Dessers and he plays Berjami out on the left without taking Dessers. So I think Berjami will take one of these slots. I think Agaman will take one of these slots. And I got a funny feeling he might start him up top and go with Berjami on the left, unless he goes with Yilmaz and Jeffrey playing there to give more cover. But I think Agaman might start. But would I be surprised if the team came out tomorrow and Dessers would start? No. Would it be my selection? No, because we've, unfortunately for Big Cyril, we've looked better with him no starting the games. Yes, Stevie.
Better movement, more movement up front. And, you know, I said that, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, we need to get players in the box when we get that ball. And if you've noticed, the last few games, there's been a lot more bodies into the box. There's been a lot better movement. See, Big Cyril just, he's stationary, and he does do a lot of, listen, he does a lot of running, but it's holding that ball up and he can't turn and bring people in. But I just, with Hadji's football brain and the young boy, I'm telling you, the young boy's got a vision. He can strike a ball for, when you're unexpected, that boy can strike a ball. What a dig that was there on Sunday. That was excellent, wasn't it? They're saying it came out, it took a slight deflection, but I'm going to say it. I don't think it would have mattered. I think that ball was sailing home anyway. But the young boy's got a vision, Oxa.
He's got that, I think the word I would use is callousness. And no fear. And yeah, he's going to do things that are out of this world. He's also going to make mistakes, mate. He's also going to get caught in possession and frustrate you. But he's got the X factor. How good he's going to be, only time will tell, Stevie.
One thing he's got the physicality, isn't he? He can get his fitness up to scratch, which will take him a wee bit more sharpness off him, and getting to know how the players he's playing with work. You know, it can get a lot better for the young boy. But I'll tell you what, I think somebody was saying to me he'd done 4 nutmegs on Sunday. 4. And they kept the ball up. You see it a couple of times, I know.
Aye. He's got, there's the X factor about him, mate, that, and obviously, what will happen is when teams get to try and stop him playing the set up, that'll become more difficult for him. But he definitely backs his ability. I thought in the first 20 minutes of the weekend, coming down that left, him and Hadji were on the same line with young Jeff to goodbye them all the time and try to get him a pass and get him an option. I thought they started the game really well for us, and it was no accident for me that the goal came for their Stevie.
You're right, 100%. Listen, I just feel as if what we're talking about there up front, Cyril's a bit static, but I just like the fact that now that there's a lot more movement. Hadji's brought something to us. Now, me and you were Hadji's biggest, you're Hadji's biggest critic, but I kind of backed you up saying he's not got the pace, Scottish game suit him, but I'll tell you what, he's brought something to us here that has been missing. That his football brain is just unbelievable. Be fitter and all that obviously helps, but see that boy shoved into the box for Tav for the opener the other night, I know, just absolute pinpoint, brilliant. But as far as the young centre forward goes, and I would start with Agaman, 110%. I would let's the young boy off a leash. Let's see what he can do, you know, and take it for there. You know what I mean? Just the boy's he's got something about him. He really has. I mean, see when he first came and you look at the YouTube things, I said to Jamie, what can't speak can't lie, as Del Boy would say. See the YouTube thing, I know a lot of people say, but they take your best bits in it. But I just liked what I was seeing. I was seeing a young boy shooting for range. I was seeing a young boy nutmegging and bringing balls down and turning and having digs. And you know, he was scoring goals with his head. And I thought, this young boy's got something about him. And I did say, I'm not going to contradict myself, I did say a few shows back that I don't think the young boy's ready yet, fully ready. And I'm going to stick by that to a certain extent. I still don't think he's a finished article, but he's getting better. His confidence is growing stronger. He's getting match sharpness about him. And I'm telling you, once he finds his feet, I mean, there's the whole scenario with the language barrier and everything, and I enjoyed the wee show about the boy with the restaurant. That was cracking.
It was good, wasn't it?
I believe he can't even get a seat in that place for the next 6 months. so there you go. The blue dollar. But anyway, no, the wee man's got a language barrier. He'll find his feet, match sharpness. He'll find out how the players work. And I think you'll see a lot better player come next season. I think a wee man will be a far better player next season.
You know what that language barrier is like when you go to Waitrose and Bearsden and people can't understand you. It's difficult, isn't it?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yes. Aye. Oh dear. Aye, you're right. You're not half right. You ain't idea how much it is for a trolley in Waitrose. It's a £2 coin you need to put in the things.
Oh dear, there'll be some scam for that just in the road. They'll be coming up with some scam. £2 coins, bit of that. No chocolate in it. You'd have some scam up there back in the day, mate. Anyway, listen, look, we're asking you the question, the listeners. Who would you start as centre forward another night? Dessers or Ingeman? Ingeman, have I said that right? Yeah, I think I have. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I'm just laughing about Waitrose. About it. It's amazing how you cross a road and if you want the police, they say, who recommended us? Unreal.
I had to get Waitrose in there because Big Phil mentioned Tesco's. So there is other supermarkets out there.
By the way, talking about police, have we heard down for South Side yet?
Oh dear, I'm sure it'll be very shortly, mate. The Adventures of South Side, yes.
Aye. Silla Black.
Yes. He will get a chapter in my book, mate. He will get a chapter. No many people get a full chapter, but he will.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Well, you get a mention yourself, but you might not get a full chapter because of the Adventures of South Side.
Did I tell you I had a chap at my door last week and the other two of them were all Birmingham?
I did hear, mate. I did hear. I heard you were. I hand you left. Somebody left with gifts aplenty.
Oh, listen, I've got to say, I made a wee presentation to Albert. I said, Albert, you're Rangers Radio royalty. There you go. And I presented him the Royal Coat of Arms on a wee flag, not the wee desktop flag things you get. So he says, I'm going to blue tack that in the front of my motor.
He's a funny guy. Anyway, we've joined with Robert. Evening, Robert.
Good evening, Hawkster. Good evening, Stevie. How you doing, gentlemen?
We're all right at the moment, mate. We're all right, mate. How are you? What's on your mind, Robert?
Oh, listen, you two have got my juices flowing, talking about RB Leipzig. Oh, what a night that was. One of the best nights of my life. And then you have gone on about 1992, when that was my heyday, when I was a bit of a rogue in my mid-20s, took the double header against Leeds United. Now, listen, that day I was with proper bears that day, doing that Paisley Road West, started off in the Red Lion Bar, District Bar. I think we done every pub that day, and then we went to the game. And I'll tell you something, guys, I was in East Enclosure that night at Ibrox. I'm in it going, now I'm me and my pals are all singing the Billy Boys and that, and we were brought down to the earth with Big McAllister stuck at the tap corner after a minute. And then 30 seconds after the shock, over the shock, the Billy Boys were coming on again, and then we went for 90 minutes, and we supported our team. Big Lukic pushes it into the net, and Super Ali get the goal, and the Bears were on their way down to Leeds, and the Bears get a famous victory, and that'll do it for me. And I'm ready to go for the tomorrow night. I just listened to Ali talk on the Arsenal game there, and he's like, I can't wait tomorrow night. There's going to be some atmosphere at Ibrox, and there will be. And you know what? People, my backs are against the wall tomorrow night. We can do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we can do it. Talking about guys who can do it, we've also been joined by the late South Side. Evening, South Side.
Evening, buddy. How you doing, big man? Stevie boy?
How are you?
Aye, No, apologies for lateness, mate. Apologies, but couldn't be helped.
No. We know where you've been, mate. We know where you've been. Yeah. Yes.
Aye.
How you doing? But just let Robert finish and I'll bring you in. So on you go, Robert.
And honestly, guys, I mean, I've been a wee bit deflated in the last few weeks, but the Rangers have picked us up with that performance against Kilmarnock and Ross County and East, etc. And you know what? You've got, see this week, I've been saying to all my pals all week, right, we be negative, and nobody more than myself, we can be negative, but this is a week, the build-up to we play the Mankell on Sunday. You've got to be positive, you've got to get the coat armour on, and you've got to ride into battle, and we can win these two games, despite the Tottenham and that with all the finances. And I don't care about finances. What about the finances in 2007 against Barcelona with Messi and Ronaldinho and Henry and the lot of them? And that RB Leipzig team we beat in the semi-final with their Almos and their Sloboslies and all the kind of £60 million players, and the Rangers came through. 1972, the Rangers came through. I was there with my father when we beat one of the greatest teams ever, Bayern Munich, who went on to win. Germany won the World Cup in 74 with 6 of their players. Rangers can do it. Yes, we can. I love when we're the underdog because it gets my back right up.
Magic. Here. We'll fight in the bogside. We'll fight in the Cregan.
Don't ask me because I'm worse than you.
Right, we'll bring the voice. We'll bring the voice of reason in. Southside.
I don't know where we've been. Where we starting with Tottenham tomorrow? Listen, Thursday night under the lights. You've had many a great European night. I'm sure Ibrox will be rocking. Listening to the manager's comments earlier on the day, and Tav talking about the atmosphere, and it's down to them to make sure they get the place rocking, keep it going. So looking forward to it. It's a big challenge tomorrow night. They're no mugs. They might not be in the greatest of shape from time to time, but they're a Premier League team, and that's one of the best leagues in the world, as they all keep going on about, where they all play. But nothing's unachievable. And tomorrow night, looking forward to it. Looking forward to the atmosphere, and looking forward to, at least, if we can't get the 3 points, I'll take a point. And that's still a good achievement for this team and squad that's getting rebuilt. And it's took a absolute doing off certain people and a lot of the support out there from time to time. And sometimes you've got to criticise, and rightly so. But I think looking at a big picture, we can see what he's trying to do, and tomorrow will be a right good test for the team that he picks. And he might have an eye on Sunday and all with certain players, so it'll be interesting to see his 11 when he picks them.
Hi, we've gave her 11. What we can make our mind up, Southside, just before you come in, is who we would start up front, and where I would play a man, but I don't know where I'd play him. And then if you play him up top, I would say that Barjami will come in. I don't know what your thoughts on it.
If I picked a team, I would want to rest most of my players for Sunday, because I just think that's more important. But every game's important, I get that. But I mean, I could pick a team that would only have 2 players in it that would start on Sunday.
Right,
they would have to go twice.
No. We've got players. We thought about Sunday as well in some respects, but let's hear what you're thinking the 11 will be. Well,
there'd be 3 players actually, because Butland would play the 2 games, and then I would have. You could go out with Tav, Suter, Proper, Yilmaz, Diamandi and Raskin, Kieran Dowlett on the left, Bajrami in the 10, McCausland on the right, and Dessers up front.
Right, listen,
I'm just saying, if you want to rest all your players, mate, if you want to rest your team for Sunday, then that's about as close as you'll get to resting the other 9.
Do you think that's for the team?
No, of course it's no. Of course it's no. But I'm just saying that you could if you wanted to.
Some of
right?
them
And
be involved. Some of them
team
for tomorrow.
I think the team tomorrow. I would like Sterling to start. Right, I would start Sterling. But I think Tav will get an odd. It'll be. I think Proper will play. I think it'll be Suter and Yefty. The midfield, I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. The midfield, I think it'll be Raskin and Barron. with Bijrami wide left. Bijrami in the 10. Diamondi slightly left. Czerny. And up front, I think you'll probably go with Ignaman to start.
We won the 4 away. What's your take on that, Robert?
No, listen, Oxford, I know on Sunday after the game I said it's a bit of a free hit. I didn't mean it that way because nothing's a free hit with the Rangers. We want to win every game. We play that low soon they spend a Glasgow. It's Italy wins, we want to win. I would like to rest 1 or 2 players tomorrow. Away Southside, I would like to play Sterling at right back tomorrow because he needs minutes. We are view to Sunday, right? Because I would like Sterling to play on Sunday. It's just my opinion, right? Because what's happened with that, my idea, right? So I would start Sterling and try to get 60 minutes out of him tomorrow. I would play Suter and I'd play proper because I want Big Balogun's got to be rested. He can't play 3 games. So I'd need Balogun out tomorrow because we need him on Sunday 100%. I'm kind of a tossing up between Jeff to give him a rest and Redfan, but I don't want to make too many changes because I want to get something tomorrow. A draw would be fantastic. A win would just be unbelievable. So I'll start with Jeff to midfield. I'm only playing in my team tomorrow either Barron or Raskin. So I'll go with Raskin. I'll leave Barron, and I would play obviously Diamondi, Bijrami. I would play Czerny, yes. I would play Dessers and I would play the boy Agamani. Is that 11 I've picked? And I played Diamondi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had Diamondi next to Raskin, maybe took Barron.
I just feel because of Sunday, with them getting their usual, all the advantages under the sun, and I don't like to make excuses. If I told you on Sunday about referees, about decisions or that, I believe you go there and you beat them on the park. That's the way I was brought up. We deal on the park, Robert. We're always up against 12 men, but all my life, my father told me, we go there and we deal on the park. So I would like to make 2 or 3 changes, not too many, because obviously, if you make 5 or 6 changes, you go there and you get humped 5 or 6-0, the morale comes right down, the confidence comes right down going into Sunday. So it's a hard one. And these players, as you said to me up there on Sunday, these players want to play. These players, that's what it's all about, playing for Glasgow Rangers, playing in the big games, 50,000 Ibrox against your Tottenham Hotspur. These players, that's why they've came and they're signed up. They want to play in that game, of course they do, but you've also got to be cute as well, what you've done with your line-up.
I think there's potential for changes. I don't disagree, but your changes could be potentially Proper and Balogun, Sterling and Tav. It could be Jeffy and Yilmaz. If any of them all played, we would be saying that strong, one of our strongest team. Or then it's when you move into midfield and the forward positions, we're a bit short, Stevie, innit?
Aye, it's where you got front, aye. 100%. Look, I just say something to my wingman, Southside. Are you there, mate?
Yes.
Was that a doctor's appointment you were at first team you get
Don't get in too well because Kells will just spat his beer out, he says to me. That was a bit of a joke. I left it. I won't miss it. I'd only played 2 players twice. Do you know what I mean? And he obviously wanted to hear what I had to say.
Well, but I'm not making light of it. When he named that team to the doctor, he asked him who the Prime Minister was as you counted 20 backwards. Know what I mean?
We want the strongest team as possible. That's what we want out there tomorrow. Of course we do. But you could just make a couple of changes here and there. It wouldn't surprise me, honestly, if he left Jeffy out and started Yilmaz. I mean, it wouldn't, just to keep Jeffy a bit more fresher for Sunday.
Were you happy to hear that Cortez could be on the bench tomorrow night, mate?
Aye, I caught that late on the night that he could be there or thereabouts. Aye.
Slow with the squad's getting a wee bit more options, mate. Yeah.
Aye, and it's a player we want back. We want to see him because he's been harshly judged. You know, some people have just gave it arkies. I've heard them on some other podcasts now. He's made a chocolate and all that, and you're like, mate, really? He's had 3 different injuries, and you could see 2 that happened. and one was in the training, according to the manager, and how he's been out so lately. But I'm looking forward to getting him back, and I think he will prove in time to be a really good player for us.
They might have been the same people that were saying about John Sutton will never play 3 games in a row,
Oh, aye. Oh, Robert, now you're on me, man. How about you think of Suter? He's played many games now, hasn't he, since the last time we spoke?
No, listen, Sophie, no, he's actually done okay. Every defender has a mistake in him, Kamamalt, etc. He sold the jerseys that day. But no, listen, it's good that now he's got a few games, and he's doing okay, Southside. Is he going to be a goal for an Amoruso or a Quella? No chance, but he's doing okay.
All right, can you fine gentlemen get yourself on mute, because we're going to have a tune.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, thanks for that. A popular tune amongst the support. I think we'll be joined by Ross. Evening, Ross.
How's it going, brother?
All right, mate. What's on your mind, mate?
What's on my mind? My mind is for Tavernier to score tomorrow night. That's what's on my mind.
Are you starting Tavernier, or you think he's going to come on and get the winner?
I wouldn't say starting Tavernier, no. I would say start Dessers.
Well, they're playing different positions. Where would you would you play Tavernier at right back?
I play him right back.
Aye, and Dessers up top?
Possibly, aye. I mean, I don't really see Tavernier, to be honest. I can't talk with Tavernier, but I really don't like Tavernier. I think Tavernier's hopeless. I'm not being cheeky, but I hate Tavernier. He's useless. He's greedy. He's a greedy boy on the ball.
All right, okay. I'll let Robert W. answer that. Robert, you have the pleasure of that one, mate.
Ross, you're a fellow Bear, pal, but you've let yourself down, pal. You hate Tavernier. You hate Tavernier. James Tavernier, who scored over 120 goals, who single-handedly taken us to a European final. Yes, we know he's got deficiencies in defence, but you hate our captain. I'm sorry, pal. You need to look in the mirror and have a word with yourself.
Aye, okay, brother. Whatever.
Aye. So do you think we'll get a result tomorrow night, Ross?
Well, I'll go for Rangers 2-1.
2-1. You take that, Southside?
Take that all day long, mate. You'll be Ross 2-1. I'd no so keen again teams' goals against us, but man, they're a quality team.
You still take that?
I'll take a 2-1, aye, I will. But I'm no so keen on that. You know what I'm like. If I'm betting, I'll do 2-0. But aye, Ross, listen, if we can get a result tomorrow, mate, 13 points in this group thing that we're in, and probably we'll finish in the top 8, and that'd be some achievement for this squad that he's assembled now in Europe. But hard game tomorrow, but looking forward to it, mate. I think the place will be rocking tomorrow night.
Oh, mate, that'll be rocking. What do you think for Sunday? What he's going for Sunday, lads? I would go for 2-0. Rangers, what do you think?
I'll be delighted with that, mate, but I can't focus on Sunday after tomorrow night. I can only do one. Yeah, Stevie?
Sunday?
Aye.
Oh, I'll go with that. 2 to the Rangers, nothing to the kiddie fiddlers.
Aye. 2 right, mate. 2-0 Sunday, let's go for it. Let's rock the place.
Yeah. And else on your mind, Ross?
No, that's it. Just to say, let's go Rangers tomorrow night and let's hope we win, but hopefully.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Good to
All right,
speak
cheers,
to you.
mate. Ta-ra.
Cheers, bye.
Is he away, Ox?
Aye, he's away, mate. I only wanted to make that point, aye. People can get excited. People can get excited when they come on the show, Robert.
Listen, the boys entitled to his opinion, but one thing about me, you never say about any Rangers player, whether you like them or no, you never use the word hate. I've never hated a Rangers player, and I've seen guys like Billy Urquhart who was a donkey, as a dumpling, and we'll see what Dessers do, but you never in your life, you never hate any Rangers. But it's a terrible word out there, and it got me a wee bit upset there. I know the way Rangers.
People get excited when they're on. It's live, mate. Yeah. Yeah,
but also, can I just say something? Like I said earlier on, I want Sterling to play tomorrow night with a view to Sunday, right? Now you know how much I love James Tavernier. I'm like Fox. I'm his biggest fan, right? And I can't understand at times the way Rangers fans criticise him. I understand all this 3 trophies in 10 years. Many trophies did they won domestically? 60, 75. Think about that one, right? That's all I'm saying that, right? So, but I can't believe the criticism the guy gets, but I don't want him playing Sunday, I'll be honest with you, because I think he's battle scarred with that Maeda. I really think that Maeda's got his head. So I want Sterling to start for 60 minutes tomorrow night, or whatever, how long he can last, with a view to play on Sunday. I'm not seeing Tav can come on Sunday later on in the game and maybe go up the park and get us that winner. That's what I'm saying. But I just find it upsetting and hard at times. The criticism that guy's got because he's been with us 9.5 years and he's only won 3 trophies in that time. That's not his fault. He's played with poor players. That's not it. You can't blame that on one guy, and that's what really upsets me. Is Tavernier a good defender? No, he's not. Has Tavernier been in great form the last 18 months? No, he's not. But see the last 2 games, he's been absolutely good. He's been good for us, and he got the crucial goal against Kilmarnock, and he got the winning goal against Ross County, because at 2-0, anything can happen, and he stepped up to the mark and he got us that 3rd goal. So that's all I'm saying there, Rox. Yeah.
I tend to agree with you. You can critique his individual performances, and he has been due some of it this season, but he deserves respect, Robert.
100%. Is he the greatest captain we've ever had? No chance. But you know what? The guy's been loyal to, and he's never let us down. He doesn't sit in a cab in Edinburgh with a kebab at 2 o'clock in the morning, as other captains have done with other teams. He doesn't let himself. He's never let us down. And you know what, Oxford? I heard that we see Yanis Hadji. I listened to Yanis Hadji's interview last week, and he said, see, when I was out with that injury and all that, the one player that came to me, encouraged me and helped me through it all was James Tavernier, and I cannot thank him enough. People don't see what he does off the park for Rangers. Whether we think he's a good captain or no, or he's a great player for Rangers, but you know what? He's been there. He's made himself available for 60 games a season. He's not been like the sick-note players that have been on the bench and getting 28 and 30 grand a week and doing nothing for Rangers. And Matondo's one of them. Roof was another. Hollander was another. James Tavernier made himself available for 60 games a season. Do you know what? That's total respect.
All right. Listen, I think Tavernier will start tomorrow night. I think Stirling will play a part tomorrow night, Southside. I think Tav will start. I don't know if he'll last the game. Yeah. It'd been interesting to see what happened if fully fit Casemiro. But however, I think he will start tomorrow night. Would I start him if Stirling's fit? That's open for debate. But I think where we understood, Tav will start. Southside.
I think he probably will start on myself tomorrow night. But I think Sterling probably come on at some point. I'd like to think during the game to get some more game time into him before Sunday, because I think the vast majority of the support would expect or want to see Sterling start on Sunday at right back. But tomorrow night, Tav probably will be an option. Done the press conference 9 times out of 10 they start. The odd time they haven't in a press conference. But I think probably tomorrow he'll play the captain.
Southside.
Yes.
With the question. Yes.
You had a question?
Earlier on, me and Stevie, it wasn't a question. We came up with something. Between 90, Robert, you can maybe jump in if you get it, but let Southside have a go, because he loves trivia.
Oh,
Between 1969, when we played Leeds United, I know you were at that game, Southside, and 1992, when we played Leeds United, what was the English team we played in a fully blown competition in between the 2 ties?
What was the 2 years? 69 and what?
69 and 92.
And 92?
Mm-hmm.
It was the other English team we played at a European tie.
No, in a tie. In a
tie?
full-blown competition.
So it was... So you're not talking about Europe then?
I never said that.
I see, that's what I'm saying. So narrow it down. Are you saying it was a... So it wasn't Europe then?
It wasn't Europe.
Oh, right, I'll think about it. Right, carry on.
Can I give you my clue, Ox?
Aye.
Southside, you've got one in your living room.
But a safe under the flare.
Might keep it.
Anyway, did somebody mention somebody should be under the flare? We've been joined by old Davy. Evening, Davy.
Evening, boys. How are we?
Very well, David.
Evening, David. Evening, David.
Yes. I just come in there, guys, so I don't really know what's been said earlier, but I caught a bit about the young boy, about Tavernier, and I think Oxshire, you threw him under the bus, put him on to Robert.
No, I never threw Robert under the bus, if I'm being fair.
Chesterfield, sorry, Chesterfield.
Nah, I felt sorry for the young man. He's got his own opinions, but Robert was spot on. But that's another conversation. But
people don't. The show's live. We say something, you can't take it back, mate. Yeah, we've all done it. Even us experienced guys on it have done it. Said things that you can't take back. And I think what he meant was Tav's no one of his favourites. Yeah.
I know, but that's just a speech expression. It doesn't mean it as in what the word means. When I say I hate you, if I say I hate you, you know what I mean.
I know you mean it, but
anyway, how's Big Stevie boy?
I'm brand new, David. It's been an unusual night tonight. Two guys that go to the same doctors came on.
I missed the early part of the show. I think some of the comments where you were talking about who to play and not to play, was that right?
Aye.
Yes.
Yeah. I think they should be wrapping a few of them up in cotton wool. I just hope we don't end up with another Liverpool scenario. That's, for me, that's my opinion. To save, I mean, even if we score against them, we've got to keep the door shut. I mean, they're quality, real quality.
We're getting up a level. We appreciate that.
You know,
I'll come right back to you, Davey. That Stevie can congratulate. Did we play anybody else? Did we have to play in the Anglo-Scottish Cup in '74? There's an interesting one, Robert, isn't there? Did we play in that in '74 when we were banned for Europe? What was it called then? Texaco Cup?
Oh, God, I can't remember. I remember the Chesterfield because I was at both games, the game at Ibrox and the 3-0 game away from home. I was at both games, but you put me on the spot. Sure, my memory's not the way it used to be. So.
Right, okay. Listen, I'm not checking any of this or digging it. I'm just trying to think of memory. Southside, you go to Chesterfield, considering you're sitting in one, that wasn't much you get, was it?
I knew it'd come back to me. I knew it would come back to me.
So the second leg of Chesterfield, right?
Aye.
Who did we beat? We lost the second leg. People gone, who did we beat the game after?
Is this Mastermind tonight or something?
Oh, come on.
Did we not beat them 3-0 or something?
You got to tell me it was them. Hibs.
We beat them.
Yes.
Colin McAdam scored, didn't he?
Colin McAdam scored 2 and John McDonald scored
1.
That's
That's right, aye. Well, there you go. Remember that, aye. Brooks.
Right.
Big man for the drum. The wee man for the drum, wee solo.
Yes. There you go. So, there you go. Sorry about that, David. We digress.
No, that's fine. I'm enjoying the conversation. It's good. It's always top show. Top men, top show.
What does it mean to you to be playing other British teams, David? Is it important to you? Is it something you relished, or if you go to the States, it matters, or just another team?
Yeah, where we are at the moment, no. This doesn't matter a joy to me. I know that's not doing sound too clever, but no, my priority is Sunday. I don't care what anybody says. If we can come out of this game with a decent result, no injuries, take on the puddle drinkers, that'll do me. But this is just at a point where we're not prepared at this, where this rebuild to take on a Motherwell hat. They might turn up, they might have a crap game, blah, blah, blah. The Sunday is the one for me.
Are you asking us to choose what game we want to win?
Yeah.
I'm not going to even put the two boys on the spot with that. Yeah, one game at a time. We're concentrating on tomorrow night because it's the next game, and we've been told by Bridge that's all we can do, Stevie.
Aye, one game at Lena Martel, one game at a time. That's it. Happy days. Well, I think the Teddy Bears are going to win tomorrow, if that's what you're asking me. One game at a time, yes.
One game at a time. Aye, but I get your sentiment, and I don't think, David, you'll be alone. I don't think you'll be alone with that sentiment, because it's always the case. Anyway, we've been joined by Andra. Evening, Andy.
Good evening, guys. It's an interesting show tonight. Was that trophy up called the Anglo-Scottish Cup? I remember being at that game. Aye. We get gubbed, didn't we? Well, we managed to get in the only pub that was open that day. And then I believe that we get gubbed that night, and we actually battered Celtic on the Saturday. I think McAdam scored 2 goals, didn't he? If I remember rightly. That was some night. John Gregg come into the crowd to keep everybody calm because they were worried about the Aston Villa debacle the week before it, weren't they? So they give the autographs and all that. It was a good day apart from the result, right enough. But 5,000, I think, we brought down that day from Scotland, and then the rest that come around from England as well. So, yeah, one each at Ibrox, if I remember rightly. My daughter was born on that day, so couldn't get up with that one.
Not much of an excuse, Andy, is it, really?
No, not really. I had to nip out because I used to ring the phone back in the day. I had to ring out while she was cussing her out, like, you know. See the look I got when I got back in. I remember that well. There you go. I just need to see what the score is here. Okay. I got back in time for it being born, right enough, you know. But there you go. Things you do for the Rangers, no. I think you've got to look at it this way. We can keep it tight for 20 minutes. You never know what can happen, right enough. But I'm with David there. I know that we're jumping ahead, but no, it's always been about something. Every time we play them, no matter who we play other than them, I always want to get them done in. We're due one. I'm hoping the law averages are going to come into play there on Sunday. But if we can keep it tight, you never know. We might get him Russell. You know, it could be ironical here. We could actually get him sacked. Because that levy there on Saturday looked like he looked like thunder. So I think if Rangers turn him over, he might be getting his jotters pretty shortly.
Yeah, I think that the mental thing is about that. I'll be judged on what he does in the league. They don't see me get caught up with European results. It'll be the same way we get caught up in any result. But it'll be interesting. Listen, we've got a chance. And as I said to David, I don't think you'll be alone in that sentiment, Southside.
Of course, we've always going to have a chance. And we know they're a good team. They've got quality players. But I think we'll be in about them. And I'm hoping that we'll not let them get to settle and play the ball a bit and try and quieten the crowd down. I think their mob will be noisy, I know, probably. So I think it'll be a good atmosphere, but hopefully we'll be on the front foot as much as possible. We'll not get to control all the game, that's for sure. But hopefully, if we can go a long way to keeping a clean sheet, even if we get to half time and we're not in each, but we're well in the game, we've been unlucky, I'll still take that. You always find that with his teams that he has, a lot of the players always go off, and we'll hopefully still be strong come 60 minutes onwards. But usually all the English teams that we've seen come up here in pre-season and teams we've seen before, they all look fitter than us. They all look physically fitter. The league's probably quicker down there. You've seen how Liverpool can slow the game down and speed it up. The same as the other English teams do. Even Newcastle, when they came pre-season, looked, although they were weeks behind us, they were far fitter and a lot quicker than us on the night. But you fear no foe, and we've turned teams before when we've expected no to. In European nights at Ibrox, we might have thought we've always sort of punched above our weight, and certainly if we get this result out of the line, we've punched above our weight.
Are they any better than Dortmund?
No, at the moment, no. No, that Dortmund we played and their form at the moment, no. But you've got to also put it in context. They have beat Man City twice this season. Yeah, so you put it in context. Yes, mate.
Oxford, I need to go because my dinner's just arrived. Big Steve will love this one.
Wait a minute. It's 9:25. Your dinner's just arrived. You mean your snack before your bed?
Yeah, my wife's on a sleepover, right? So me and Gary, right, we got a carry out on a Wednesday, right? Because she's not here to make us a dinner. So my dinner's just arrived for KFC, a Christmas special. Stevie, you'll love it. Stevie, I'm actually going to send you a picture. Stevie, I'm going to send you a picture. Free on the bone, free off the bone, free gravy and beans and all that. I'm going to send you a picture, Stevie. So I need to go. But listen, can I just say one thing, guys? Thanks for having me on the show tonight. And you know what? Oh, our backs are up against the wall. We're playing Tottenham and the Mora, and we're playing supposedly the greatest team the world's ever seen on Sunday. It couldn't beat a pub team last night. The Rangers was a pumped at Zagreb last night. I've got no doubts about it. But you know what? I love it when the backs are up against the wall because I was brought up with my father and my grandfather. We surrender to no one, And you know what? Can we win tomorrow? Can we win Sunday? Of course we will. Of course we can do it. So, Oxford, Stevie, Southside.
Before you go, I'll get the Colonel to say the last word to you. Davey?
You better go, but your dinner's getting cold.
Don't worry about that, Davey. Don't worry about that. But you know what? I'm a happy bear, and I'm looking forward to the challenge because that's the way I was brought up. We surrender to no one. Good night, guys. Great show.
Cheers, Robert.
God bless you, Robert. God bless you.
Well, there's 4 years old here. What's that, mate?
Is it he's having? Is it an Indian? Is it a curry? What's he having?
KFC.
KFC?
Aye. That's Southside. That's how we get the Colonel to say the last word to him.
I know. Aye, correct. It's just a snack to you, Stevie's having. Just a snack, mate.
I thought you were talking about Colonel Gaddafi.
Oh, Colonel Sanders. Oh, Davey.
Oh, well, Robert, if you're still listening to the show, if you've got a doggy bag, send it up the Black Hack. I'll square attack.
Brilliant.
Here on this show, Stevie, there's always food mentioned. I don't know why.
Listen, Ox, I haven't got a clue why either. I really haven't. Me doing some big pie eater, and it's only now and again I have a wee half dozen pies.
You know, when Southside's on, we usually talk about Super 6, but we'll not mention that. We're keeping away for that to the weekend, you know.
Oh, can I say something?
Yes, mate.
A problem, it is a problem. I think when I watched the game against Chelsea with Tottenham, he plays what he's always played as a high press.
Yes.
And I don't know if you will agree with this, but I don't think our team handles a high press very good. And that's a worry for me tomorrow night. Because you can see them out the traps. He always plays that way.
I think what you've got to do is you've got to get them turning and you've got to get a ball up the park and get it beyond them so that they're working. And it's a simple game for me, Davey. If you've got the ball 30 yards for your own goal and you're thinking about it, you can't score and they can. If you get it up the other end of the park, you can score and they can't.
Yeah, I know that, Ox, but have we got the players that can do that?
Well, we're stepping up a level tomorrow night, if we're honest,
yeah,
because of the pace that they play in that league. Look, are they unbeatable? Southside, of course they're not. You're going to need to carry a bit of luck, but you have to do that in a lot of big games if you're playing teams that are slightly above your weight, Southside.
Aye, listen, Davey, it's going to be a hard night tomorrow night. Let's not be kidded. But listen, we'll probably be able to get to them at times, and hopefully if we can get in and about them and we can get a goal, if we can score first, and then that place is rotten. You know what it's like. Some teams take a while to settle for that, and if we can just keep on tapping them, they will create chances. If we stone off them and allow them, they will cause us problems, Davey. But it's going to be some game tomorrow night. Listen, if they go out and they beat us and we get beat, then fine. I'm not going to be happy, right? But I'll accept it. I look at their squad, I look where we are at the moment, and then I just think, dust ourselves down, and it's all systems going Sunday. because they're not a patch across the city to what we're facing tomorrow night, you know what I mean? So it'll depend on what team he puts out as well. Even their young boys are pretty good and all that, Davey, you know, and they're under 23 team and that, but it'll be what it'll be, and hopefully we'll do well. And if we even get a point at the end of it, we all want 3 points, and we know it's quite a big ask, but anything can happen, Davey, in a game of football in the night, and we can certainly hopefully have a go at them when we can. And hopefully it'll be fruitful in the night. And if we end up with a point, we end up with a point. And that's another great result for us. Puts the point into the pot, and it'll give us 11 points. And listen, if we can get another 3, I'll probably say that now we'll probably qualify in the top 8. And that's all we need. And that will be kudos to the manager and that team now that he's trying to rebuild. But then Sunday's a big one, mate. But looking forward to tomorrow night, David.
Young
Really
man,
looking forward to it.
Well said. Well,
can I give you an exclusive?
Yes, mate.
Yes, you were right, Ox. It was a Kentucky. I've just been sent a photo here. That's 1, 2, 3 bits of chicken, 2 with no bones, 1 on the bone, and 2 chicken wings at the back there. And the chips have got seasoning on them. Now, picture the scene. This is a tray. It's got a marble effect tray with a lovely 50-pence shaped plate. And at the end of this tray, there's 3 different sauces. Just let me see what. Oh, one's beans. The other is gravy, and I don't know what's in the other game. It's self-dark looking. But this is unbelievable. I mean, come. I need to get my napkin in here.
Andy, you get it all in here, didn't you, mate?
Oh, listen, Stevie. Don't egg him on. If you talk him out like that, he's coming at you. Listen, I'll have to listen to him every day, posting up foreign teak all day long. Look at this. This is beautiful. I thought I was going to get a bit of respite where he went on there. And you've come out and told me his menu. Mind you, it makes a change from that foreign teak he eats, I'll be honest with you. Oh, he's mad.
He's leading me astray. I'm sitting here like a junkie's dog slabbing all the place. He's sending me the 40s.
Oh, I know. Hey, listen, he sends them to me every day about what he's going to eat and how nice it looks. I just look at it and go, Christ, that gives you that book, Robert.
Anybody who's out there who's friends with Stevie, can they send him a picture of food at the moment? Oh dear.
Aldrin. Oh, that's ridiculous. You'll never about people can't be sending photos like that to me in the middle of this show.
I think we're being joined by Josh. Evening, Josh.
How we doing, guys? All right?
All right, mate. What's on your mind, mate? Take us away from this food.
I think I've been listening to the show all night, and as much as I'm confident a Sunday, I think we need to be a wee bit more realistic. Celtic are the benchmark for us, and we've no turned up. We've no beat them for about 2.5 years either.
Correct.
The game at Celtic Park was an embarrassment to the whole support. Playing for 10 minutes and then going in, and it's not acceptable. And I just feel in my gut that we're going to do that again.
On Sunday?
I'm a realistic Rangers supporter. I don't just say we're going to win because I'm a Rangers diehard. I think we've got a chance tomorrow night because Tottenham are full of injuries, and they're coming with a second string. They've not got a goalkeeper. They've not got a centre back. They've not got a left back. They've 2 midfielders are out, and I think one of the forwards are out as well. We've got a chance there. But Celtic, I think we need to be realistic, and if we turn up for the full game, 90 plus minutes, we've got a chance. But going by our past results with them, I fear for us.
Can I turn that round a bit, mate? I'm a great believer in football that goals change games, yeah? And one of the biggest things, yeah, we've let bad goals in and we've not competed at times and it's been frustrating. But if you look back, the goals we've been chopped off and the chances we've missed, Southside, in you come, mate, and goals change games, mate.
Goals do change games. I agree that at the moment we've got to do better against them, and there's certain aspects because you see sort of repeat goals happening that we've seen before, where they just run off a man and they're running down the byline, whipping across that six-yard box, and they're putting it in the net, and we've seen it happen.
My point is, Tavernier is like a lost puppy against Maeda. Maeda every time has got him in his back pocket, home and away. Get real.
I agree.
It despises me to say this and admit this, but certain players bottle it. And as much as you say and try to make excuses for us, we need to be realistic. We bottle it every single time against Celtic. And if we want to win the league, we need to start showing up and taking points at Celtic Park and at home and beating them in cups. We've only won, four trophies in 30 attempts in 10 years. 3 or 4 trophies in 10 years. That's like 30 or 40 trophies we've lost out in. 26 to 36 trophies we have lost out in because we've bottled it. We threw away the league last season when we had it in our hands against Ross County and Dundee, capitulated, and then at Celtic Park this season. What an embarrassment. And it's not just Tavernier. Tavernier's a scapegoat. It's a full squad.
Oh, yeah, listen, you win games as a team, you lose them as a team, even if players make individual errors. It's part of the game. Listen, we'll get for the team that played at Ross County the last time. Well, I will check it out. But obviously, Butler and Tav started up there at the back end of the season. I'll have a look and see who Jeffrey wasn't playing. Raskin definitely wasn't playing. Danilo wasn't playing because he was injured. Ingerman wasn't playing. Cherny wasn't playing. Barron wasn't playing. So the team that played up there, there's potentially 6 changes in the starting 11 for, let me think who else. I think Golson was playing. So that's 7 changes for the team that played
so
up.
We beat Ross County 6-0, and we're ranting and raving. We're back. We're going to do something this season. We go to Celtic Park, and it was boys against men. We absolutely bottled it. Absolutely.
And by the way,
after 10 minutes. After 10 minutes.
Some of that's on the manager.
Good. We should be up against them. We should be no letting them play, because you know at Celtic Park the ball boys are going to give them the ball straight away. So we should be doing the homework. Some of that. Stevie, in you come, mate. Some of that's on the manager. If you think back to that game at Parkhead, Matondo, I'm not a Matondo fan, but he should never have started. He wasn't even fit, mate. We've got a lot wrong and we've brought some at home myself. But however, tomorrow night is no the game on Sunday. Tomorrow night comes first, Stevie. I'm not really interested in tomorrow night, because if you gave me a choice about tomorrow night or Sunday, I want to win on Sunday, no tomorrow night. I'd rather get beat, because we'll get 10 points. We are through. We're qualified. We are qualified by 10 points. I don't care about tomorrow night. I would be happy playing my second string team, the young boys, against Tottenham, and go for it on Sunday and prove to our support, and know the ones with the red, white and blue tinted glasses on that make excuses, that we can turn up against this garbage in the East End of Glasgow. Because I am sick and tired of crying in the toilet, or crying coming out the pub, and ruining my weekend watching this trash of our team bottling it against a bunch of... They're not even that good. Would we have beat Zagreb last night? Probably, because they're rubbish. Zagreb. That Dynamo Zagreb. They're absolute rotten, and we've beat better. Through the years, we'll beat Dortmund. We'll beat Dortmund. We'll beat Dortmund. We'll beat Leipzig. We'll beat all these teams. But when it comes to it, going to Celtic Park and even at home, we bottle it against Celtic. What is it? What is it with us in Celtic? We shiver and we tremble and we give in. You can see I'm passionate. I am passionate because I'm a diehard season ticket holder, and I just had to come on and spill my guts because I want us to do better.
Aye, listen, I don't think you're alone. See the sentiments, mate. You're not alone in them. Yeah, you're not alone, and the frustrations are there, and we have shot ourselves.
They are not that good. Celtic Football Club are not that good. They are not that good at all. Engels is, if I could swear I could, but rubbish. £11 million. I think you could get. I think you could get a better. I think you could get a better £11 million player than Engels.
I don't watch him, but
Kyogo's a one-trick pony, and he gets us all the time. The last man, and he scored a couple of goals. We should be doing the homework. There's something seriously wrong with our backroom staff and our manager if they are only taking points and tips and how we're getting beat time after time after time, because Kyogo can only play one way, and that's after last defender.
We all know who's going to play. I'll bring in Stevie. In you come, Stevie.
First of all, listen, we've all got concerns about Sunday. We're no sitting here painting some rosy picture going into these games. Of course we've got our concerns. That's why we're saying we probably think Tav will start tomorrow and no against Celtic on Sunday. That's a concern because of the doonies of Daft Media the last couple of times we've played. Of course we've got concerns. Can I ask the caller? He's a season ticket holder, he's a diehard. What do you think the score will be on Sunday?
If we turn up, let me tell you, we'll win. If we turn up, we win. Because we'll get the players to do it. But there's something dysfunctional in our brains that is saying to us, we are scared of Celtic. Every time we play them, cup final or no, league match, we capitulate like a ton of bricks and come off the park with our heads down, pulling up our socks when Kyogo's passes the ball into the net in the 3-0 game. We down tools after they scored the first goal, and it was an offside goal. Dessers and I think it was Matondo missed 2 sitters in the first 10 minutes as well. Absolute sitters that my granny and granddad would have scored. That's my point. That's my point. The defence, Suter, and all that, we're pulling up the socks while Kyogo says, "Oh, there you are. There's a big gap there." Butland was at the other side of the goals, left too much space, and it was a side pass into the back of the net for him to score at Celtic Park.
Butland's fault.
That's not acceptable. That isn't acceptable to me.
That one's fault, but we've still got a game tomorrow night. Andy,
I would rather.
Just give us a minute, mate. There's other people. We'll come back to you, mate. Andy, you're a bearer, and obviously I know your priority will be Sunday, but you're south of the border, mate. You'd like to get a result,
I'd like to get a result down here to shut these people up that's got to give you respect that don't. But like, I think that's a fantastic call for Josh. Anybody that knows me, that's me word for word, Ashills, and anybody that knows me will tell you that. The way I look at it, like, I've never, ever think we're going to get beaten before we play them. He'd tell you something, but your heart don't allow that to happen. And as Josh said, we have to turn up. If we turn up, I think we can get them again. But he's totally right. The players do bottle it. I've been saying that for a long time on here. I think the shirt's too heavy and it just gets worse. And the people we bring in after the ones that's gone away seem to be worse than the ones that we've already let go. So no, for me, I thought Josh is a fantastic call there. That's not hating the players or anything like that. That's just speaking from the heart. And I know we all know. See, we get beaten in, it breaks you. and it's been far too long now. I would just, for a start, just want to see a Rangers team that's going to get stuck into them. But yeah, I want to win tomorrow night, and then we move on to Sunday. It'll be hard, but it's not impossible. Like you said, we could turn them, get the ball pushed up the park, and not let them come down on us. Then, if it's in their half, we can make chances and hopefully score. So that's how I see it, guys. You know. But Josh, fantastic call. I enjoyed that. That was like listening to myself. I was like listening to myself, Bob.
And you come, Davey. And you come, Davey.
He's made very good points, but there's points there that are really irrelevant. But I've said that for a long time about that jersey being too big for some of our players, and I think that is a big problem. Other times when they turn up, it doesn't look like that. But when it comes to these type of games, but if you look back at the cup final, when the goalie shelled the game, they didn't run out of top of us then. We've been unlucky in a lot of games. Pat Keed was a different ball game. And after I was at the game with two sides when we beat them 6-0, Ross County, and I said to him, I'm not taking that result as that's us back, far from it. I said, we were playing that monkey mob. But I said at the time, that game came far too early for us. We were trying to get a team and a squad together. But okay, I agree with George saying the way we capitulated. But that is what it is at the moment. And just hopefully that'll not be the case come Sunday. But as you say, we're playing Tottenham tomorrow. That's the game we're talking about.
But the vast majority of this squad is a new team. You've got to get time to gel Southside.
That's what I'm looking for come Sunday. I think we need to be up. We will be up for it. I think that squad will. They'll be tired mentally and physically for the game, obviously, but you still got to have that mentality and still that effort and desire, which they will have to go again on the Sunday. And I'm hoping that we'll see Josh a lot more of that commitment that we've seen lacking. And I still don't want to see even giving up the chances that we give up. Because we know when Johnston runs down the line, he's cutting it back and nobody's tracking them and they're running players across. Kyogo Stone's offside, they try and put the ball out to the wing and get down the line and cut it across. We know how they play, we know how we lose goals. We're not marking up men at the edge of the box. I get all that. So hopefully this squad, the new squad, with Danilo in the team, with Ignaman coming into the team, probably Hadji playing, we'll get a bit more fighting desire. Czerny will be a better asset probably this game coming round than he was the last time we went there. You have to have learnt for playing in that game, but for that day, for when we went up there the last time. And hopefully, mate, we'll turn up on the Sunday and we'll be the team that lifts that trophy. And that's what I'm hoping that will happen on the Sunday. Tottenham's still a big game. It's big for the club. It keeps us going in Europe. And if we can get a chance when we can get back into some format, whatever it's going to be in the Champions League, with enough kudos points that we've been getting through success in the Europa League, that will keep us high up in that coefficient. But the now it's all about Sunday getting a domestic trophy and retaining that trophy and beating them and then taking it into the next game at Ibrox, because this will be our 7th time or something playing them, and we've only played them once at Ibrox. So I'm hoping that Sunday will take care of itself. But tomorrow night, I'm looking forward to it, Josh. I think atmosphere will be rotten. Whereabouts do you sit in Ibrox, mate?
The main stand. I've got
the main stand.
The main stand.
Which section, if you don't mind us asking?
The east end, east side. Just after the Brimley Road, near the Brimley Road, just after the Brimley Road stand. What? Huh?
No, you're next to where Suicide sits.
Am I?
Well, not before away.
I want the money, people.
Well, just for the record, the Broomloan's the west of the stadium, Josh.
What was that?
The Broomloan's the west of the stadium.
So I'm in the near the Brim. I'm at the Brimloan Road.
It's west of the main stand. Mate.
Is it west? Sorry about that then.
Listen, can I just say to the man? Can I just come in there? I was coming in and then you cut the half-ox as you always do, a little your Rabbi Burn squad in, right? Listen.
And you're going to take long Southside I knew it wouldn't take long.
Listen, we're all this, by the
Every
way, we've
Wednesday.
all got concern about
The
our team.
abuse we take on
We've
here,
all-
Southside. On you go, Stevie.
Carry on, Stevie. Carry on.
No, the man there that came on, he came on with a right good few points of why we're all feeling. We're all worried about the situation. I've been on this show for months now saying we've not got enough iron in the team. It's about mentality. It gets you the lines at Motherwell, St Johnstone, Aberdeen's the Wednesday night when it's peeing the rain. It's not about sulky soccer. It's about fighting determination. I've been saying it for months and months on this show, years. And we've all got these worries. But we can't go into every game worrying and being withdrawals. We've got to have a mentality of ourselves as a support. We've got to just, I mean, what we got today here? Oh, I seen a Celtic team the other night that I could fling 11 boys together and do better than that Dinamo Zagreb team done against them. The two teams were woeful, absolute woeful. And by the way, that lifted my spirit watching that, because that Celtic team were rotten the other night. We've slagged our own team about the football we played this season. That was worse what I watched the other night than any Rangers team I've seen this season. So listen, everybody's got their concerns. We start tomorrow night with Tottenham. We get the battle fever on. We go out and we show the English football that Scottish football's not that bad. We get the crowd behind the team, and then we get the battle fever on, getting to play the kiddie fiddlers. And we get my sleeves rolled up, and we as a support get with the right attitude. Never mind worrying, just get right into them. Just sing your heart out. Are you going, caller? Are you going to the game Sunday?
I've got a ticket. I've got a ticket for the game. Me and my dad goes.
Just make
But
sure. I'll just give you a
I'll
bit
go
of
with my.
advice.
I'll go with my.
Advice, Josh. Don't get your
I'll go with my. I'll go with my grand.
Sunday.
I'll go with my granddad to the Ibrox.
Right.
So I'll go with him. He's
He's standing there with a bottle of tequila rose. Come and get a few halves and I'll settle you down, son. And then we'll all get in together and sing. They will sing the A to Z, the battle hymns of the Protestant faith, the way we shoot all together, link arms and get right into that mob.
I'm just honest. I just say I've no filters.
Listen, Josh, Josh, don't like their M's with him. He'll try and take your pies out your pocket if you like M's with him. Listen, we get your concerns, we get your worry. The players have got to do it. The manager's got to pick the right players. The manager's got to get the tactics. The players have then got to execute it. Yeah,
I think we'll beat Tottenham tomorrow. I think we will beat the Tottenham tomorrow.
I hope you're right, but it's going to be.
I think we'll got the team. We have got a good team. I'm not saying it. We've not got a good team because we've got Barron and Raskin, Hadji. The only downside of the team is Tavernier, but the manager seems to want him back in the squad. So I wouldn't mind. I don't mind him playing tomorrow, but please don't play him on Sunday. Please just don't play him on Sunday, or else we're done for. Ingerman's in a good vein of form as well, but I think listening to that Postecoglou press conference, he was rattling off all the players that are injured and they're not there. So he's got replacements, so they're not at full strength. So I think we've got a chance tomorrow, and if we can take that victory and that confidence and start the right way on Sunday, we've got a really good chance. Because I don't think Celtic, in my heart, I don't really think they're miles clear of us. It's just all pish talk. I think it's just because we struggle to play against them, and I just want us to turn up and show, just get the players and the manager to show the support that we can go head to head with the so-called best team in Scotland. They're not the best team in Scotland. They're overrated. Look at last night. They're a pile of pish. But we are just, as you say, as a new team building. The manager doesn't help the situation. Your manager doesn't help the situation with doing press conferences and all that and talking a load of shite.
What's your language, Josh? What's your language?
Josh, the word is urine.
What's your language? David, you keep it. Right, listen, we've reached that time in the evening. Last word for your good self. Andy.
Thanks for having us on. Interesting show. Onwards and upwards, as Blue always says, and hopefully we can turn up there and show them that we can play a wee bit and probably shock them and turn them over. That would be a great sport. And then Sunday will take care of itself.
Last word, Josh?
I'm exhausted.
So are we listening, but thanks for the call, mate. It was good to hear.
No bother. I'll come back on Sunday and say I told you so. Hopefully not. But listen, thanks for having me on. I always speak my mind, and I'm glad there's somebody in the same camp as me. So I'll keep a seat warm for Southside Boy, and we can have a wee natter while we're watching the game.
Is that boy with an H?
No.
All right. Cheers, Josh. Cheers, mate. David.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
You asked me there, Ox, right?
Aye.
Well, that was a load of urine, I'll tell you that. Nah, brilliant, absolutely. That's the whole essence of this show. You say your piece, you get off your chest. It can be OT at times, but at the end of the day, we all support the teddy bears, and that's what counts. And sometimes we need to watch what they're saying, because they puddle drinkers love listening to all that urine. But anyway, thanks for taking my call. Remember, guys, no long to go to my birthday, and hope I get a wee early birthday present come Sunday. So stay safe, and God bless you, and God bless the Jers. Good night, guys.
He's one I don't like to buy the present too early for Southside, you know?
Aye, just in case you need to get back and get a refund.
Aye. Just wait till the day before. Right, last word for your good self. Southside.
I enjoyed the show. It was eventful. Looking forward to tomorrow. I'm hoping Ibrox will be rocking tomorrow night, and hopefully we'll get a Rangers victory. And that's what we're looking for, and that'd be a good bounce into the game on Sunday. So thanks for having us on. Good to be on my big mucker, Stevie, as always. Is Andy still in?
Aye.
Is it Andy? See if you go into that video, Chesterfield game. I'm sure you're on it. Video killed the radio star.
I'm on it, all right. Aye. The wee guy with 4 cans. I get rinsed for that self-side. Is that all you drank? I absolutely emptied the train on the way down. Don't worry about that. That was the only 4 cans we'd left. But I am on that, definitely. I've got it somewhere. Aye.
Cheers, Andy boy. Take care. Cheers, Stevie. Can you hang on after the tune, mate? Whatever. But thanks to Ross, thanks to Robert, thanks to Josh, thanks to Andy, thanks to Davey, and thanks to Southside and Stevie for doing the show. Thanks to Old School Blue for doing the technicals, and Fox, who's always supporting somewhere in the background. Rangers Radio will be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock with a pre-match show building up to a big game at Ibrox. Thanks for listening. Take it away, Old School Blue.